Charolais Chatter Podcast. Your hosts, Cliff and Mitch Bennett. Now here are your hosts, Gary and Mitch.
Made in a rain and dirt, in the blood, sweat, and the hurt, in the million-mile drives, in the years of sacrifice.
Here we go. Season 5, episode 1. Un mas. What do you think, Mitch? Season 5. Does that sound weird?
Seems like forever.
Well, good thing. So today's been an eventful day. Today is January 8th. So about 1 o'clock today, my time, noontime, my phone started ringing, buzzing off the hook while I was extremely busy about some video that was posted all over Facebook and other places. So, you know anything about that video?
I don't know. Maybe we got hacked.
Oh, that when this goes out on YouTube, this is going to be something else. But
we might break the
internet. You had that really too, didn't you?
No, what? The hacker sent it to me.
Really? What, did we get hacked by the Chinese or the Norwegians or Argentinians, or who the heck we go get rid of some?
I don't know. Venezuela.
Venezuelans, yeah.
Yeah, well, it might be Minnesota now. T's and P's. They're trying to take on the whole world.
So, well, your entertainment value, you got me good. Just so you know. I'm willing to admit it.
Well, oh man, we had a little rain day here, and so
well, apparently you have way too much time on. That was very creative on your.
I did not make the movie or the little slide there, but Devin and I were having our meeting and morning meeting, and we both looked at each other about it at the same time when we seen this TikTok come across.
Oh no, that's where your kid was in on this, huh?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we got a whole bunch of exciting stuff on this episode. Obviously, we're going to go through our Charolais Chatter SC online sale lots, January 16th. But before that, we've got a sponsor. We've been talking about it, but we want to give a huge shout out to Cattle Active. And here's what it's all about.
Is stress affecting your bottom line? Even routine handling, inclement weather, weaning, and dietary changes can significantly lower the rumen pH, causing cortisol levels to spike. Cortisol not only compromises the immune system, but also suppresses normal appetite and feed consumption. The solution? Cattle Active. Increase production and reduce the impacts of stress on your cattle for cents a day. Cattle Active restores the balance naturally. Want to learn more how a feeding program, including Cattle Active, can improve both profits and herd health? Visit us today at proearthanimalhealth.com. Be proactive with Cattle Active.
So a huge shout out. Thank you to Cattle Active for being our sponsor. And I'm going to add to that little jingle because as you and many other people have tried a lot of different products that, people are promoting. All the years I have done this, I have tried every protein tub that's probably ever been invented. The white ones, the red ones, the blue ones, and these are green ones. And it's a 20% protein tub, all natural, no urea, but it has this Cattle Active in it. And also there's Cattle Active drench. So I drench my calves when they're born, at turnout, and then at weaning. And I saw a very big gain on the same set of calves, same scenario that I've had in the past, and I really saw the return on the investment. It helps it keeps these cattle eating, keeps their stomach in check, and they go right to feed. So extremely impressed. And we've been hit up with a lot of different people wanting to be, sponsor or whatnot for our podcast, but this one is proven. I've seen it myself. I use it on our cattle. If you were traveling to shows, traveling anywhere, give them a little 5cc drench of Cattle Active. We're going to talk about more and more in each episode, but thoroughly impressed with this product. And so check them out on proearthanimal.com. So, and look out for a Cattle Active rep. So, I just happen to be one in Kittitas County. So, but there's a gentleman in Texas. They were on with us, well, last fall, I think it was, maybe.
Yep.
And talked about the product, but I'm just telling everybody out there, give her a shot because I've seen great results. So thank you to Cattle Active for being our season 5 sponsor. So big shout out.
We finally have the funds to put a down payment on our helicopter. So hopefully that comes in before Denver, and we'll be able to really fly in style. You know, the parking looks like it could be a little rough this year. So the helicopter will be pretty dang nice landing right there on Herd Bowl Alley. So
at this point, I'd be willing to push you out of the helicopter and see where you land.
No, all seriousness, it's nice to have a little comfort on having a sponsor for the season. Our program is a monthly fee. Our producer's a monthly fee, and in a lot of these episodes that we put on, you know, aren't necessarily sponsored. So to have a season-long sponsor is kind of nice. It eases our financials a little bit, even though we don't have a huge financial responsibility, but it is nice. So looks like we're stuck for another year.
Yep, it is. So speaking of that, you know, some of the finances that we do gain, we give back to our customers and friends. So if you guys are going to be, or gals, going to be at the Denver Stock Show, stop by our pins Friday the 16th, and we made some investments, and they're fun investments. So I don't think there would be anything more entertaining than when you stop by pins 525 and 527. I invested in what every man would want in the United States, and that's a roller dog machine. Yes, I said roller dogs. But what is a roller dog machine? It's like the 7-Eleven that you go to that has little roller dogs on it, hot dogs. But I have found, so we'll have that bad boy going all day. But we can roll taquitos, cheese sticks, and I'm gonna do little sausage links for breakfast. So anything that's round, go ahead and bring it. We got some great German sausages that we're gonna put on there. Roller dogs, come by noontime on that Friday, have a drink with us, have a roller dog, and at your pin, what are you gonna have?
We just invested in a popcorn machine, so
yes,
pretty excited. We test run that baby tonight. So yeah, we'll have fresh popcorn pretty much 24 hours a day. So
pins 525, 527, come see us, come say hi, and we have some free giveaways from Right Start Plus. So come by and get a tube of Right Start Plus from Mr. Mike Colorado. Thank you. And we'll be giving those away until they run out. But
yeah, and we're also going to be serving our Friday noon meal. So we've got several things on the docket there. Drink specials. Let's see, what was mine? I had a name for mine. I'll have to think about it here. But
Whiskey Bent Hellbound.
No, gosh darn it, I was so proud of it, but yeah. So stop by. We'll have bottles of water.
Yep.
And such.
Popcorn and brisket sandwiches, right? And roller dogs and sausage. What do you call them? German sausages. Last, and then
I remember my drink name.
Yeah.
Cowboy Mimosas.
Cowboy. What are you putting Busch Light in them or what?
I'm not going to tell you. But it's very good, and I don't recommend drinking very many.
Yeah, well, good call. Yep. But we're excited. So that is Friday the 16th, and our sale will be going on the SC. She'll be live. Come and check out the lots. So I think without further ado, how about we start cranking in the lots? We're in I know this was a lot of work 50 lots of Charolais fun stuff and a surprise lot. We'll go over that.
Shit. Wrong button.
Wrong button. Yeah, you put that damn video away.
Okay, I did that on purpose again as well.
So you want to give the details on this bad boy sale we got?
Yeah, Friday, January 16th. I believe start time doesn't really matter, but I believe it starts at 8 Central. Typically they start at 7, but I think last year we had to move it to 8. Like I said, start doesn't matter. Sale end time will be 5 Central. So that puts us a little bit later there in Denver. Or no, actually earlier, right? We going later or earlier? Yeah, it is earlier.
An hour.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, man, I was getting a little sideways there. But it is on SC Online. We do prefer you have a bidder's number. If you don't have a bidder's number, get one or bidder signed up, because it's almost impossible for me to bid for anybody. It is possible, but there's so much going on at the close of this deal. If you have troubles and cannot bid, just call the rep. Dave Stoltz, his phone number's on there. I think SC might have some other emergency phone numbers, but they'll get it taken care of. But it is horse race style ending, just like all the SC sales are. And we get 50 lots, so pretty interesting stuff. If you need more details, don't be afraid to call the consigners on the lots, and they'll get you more information that you need. So
perfect. So again, if you have any questions, give Mitch a call down there at 402-525-0229, and you're welcome to call me also if he's busy, 509-929-2079, and we'll help you out as much as we can. So it's going to be a busy day, but we'll get her done. So let's go right into lot number 1 is a bull, March-born bull calf from our program. CL7 Tango 2508P. So we will have pictures and videos done in Denver because, as I stated before, our place is in about a foot of mud and snow, slush, junk, and I didn't want to. I'd rather not take a bad picture. I'll just wait and we'll get to Denver, and he's lined up to get a picture on Wednesday when we get down there and in video. So bear with me. He's I don't know. He'll probably be weighing 1250-ish, give or take, at that point. So, his yearling weight, since he's a March calf, he'll be, north of that 1,400-pound mark. But this guy's been a standout from the get-go. He's sired by WC Bareback Jack, who is our pick of the bulls a couple years ago at the Wright Charolais sale. He's sired by Bareback Jack and out of WC Dream Girl, and I know Dream Girl's in Wright's top 3 producing cows. Just a phenomenal cow. So this is the first set of calves out of Bareback Jack, and we are really thrilled about them. Super complete made, long-bodied, a lot of extra rib, and extremely docile. The mother of this bull, Tango, is CL7 Berkeley Tally. So she was our lead heifer in 2024, our grand champion pen of 3 heifers. So she was our lead heifer. That year, she went on to the next year to win the Nile. And then with Tango on side this year, they were reserve grand at the Nile. And there's a picture of that pair. That would have been in October at that point. So Tally is a redemption daughter, and out of our Berkeley Marie, TR Berkeley Marie cow, who was a member of the 2022 Denver Grand Champion pen. And we flushed her at a year, which was crazy. And she went on to win the Nile that year also. So she's been pumping them out, So she produced a bull that was grand champion at the Nile, went on to sell to Glenn Martin out of Texas. He was judging the show that day and fell in love with the bull, and we shipped him to Texas. Another full sip sold to Thane family in this sale last year. Yeah, they ended up showing him at the Nile, and he won the Nile in the junior division, and they're going to show him at the Denver, so he'll be there. So I just got to tell you that the female, I don't know, you can breed her anything, and she pumps them out. Along with the pedigree and the champion ribbons, he's got some numbers. So 80 pound or 84 pound birth weight, 84 adjusted weaning weight, negative 1.2 birth weight, 85 weaning weight, 144 yearling weight, and 290 TSI. So he's in top 15% on his EPD profile, and I think about 8 different categories. So he's kind of a bull that could go, you can use him on heifers, you can use him on cows, and he just, I can't wait to have this photo of him because he's just a complete package. So
yeah, them things change so much from,
oh,
it seems like they're 7 months to 12, 14 months of age. I mean, it's just crazy. And the thing I like on this deal here is just looking at his mom's udder as a, young female like that, just having a absolute level. Like, I'm a stickler. Maybe all people don't like the same udders I like, but man, they need to be level. There's no reason to have the front two being 4 inches shorter. That's for the goats, not for the Charolais breed. So, and I'm sorry if somebody's got the cows like that. If it works for you, that's fine. But that is just a huge turnoff for me. I like them nice level udders. They just last. So.
Yeah. And so I didn't mention he is PA free. He had his heterozygous pulled. We did have him 100K DNA, but if you look at go back to his pedigree there. If you look at his pedigree, he's got Dory in there, and obviously Dream Girl, and you got Redemption and the Deliverance, Berkeley. I mean, there's a lot of. There's show genetics, but then there's some production stuff in there with the Redemption side. So you kind of a mix. So,
yeah.
See him in Denver. He'll be there. So let's go on to lot number 2. And if you want to cover that one, it comes from the Lazy H Ranch out of Colorado.
You bet. So last year we tried getting a bull on for McGuire, and he ended up having to scratch him. And looks like this year he came firing back with another good one. It is this bull calf is sired by their bull that they showed. I believe it was 2 years ago.
Last year, 2025 champion.
I guess 24, 25, 2020. Yeah. They showed him a few years.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2023. I know Minnesota was Junior Nationals was like its first outing, but 2025 Fort Worth Stock Show National Champion Bull, 2025 National Western Champion Bull, Denver, 2024 Fort Worth Stock Show Reserve Champion Bull, 2024 National Western again, Champion Intermediate Bull, and 2023-2024 Top 5 Charolais Bull Show Bull of the Year. That is the sire, LHR. He ain't no saint, or I bet they call him Lars or something like that. And then the damn Lazy H cover Lover Girl, I think, comes from one of the Kevin Doonan show heifers that they produced, or that he sold to them, and they showed pretty successful. So pretty interesting little guy here. I'll be pretty excited to see him in person. The picture video looks nice, and they're coming off of having a huge first fall sale with their heifers. Probably some heifer mates either maternally or definitely paternally or sired by the Saint Bull. Ain't no Saint Bull. So be interesting. I would assume he'll be in Denver. They live, 30 minutes from the stock show. So, I would assume Hondo will be there.
And he's just an April baby, and that mama is out of Bohan, and then goes back to Doonan's famous chick cow, Aphrodite, however you pronounce it, but
Dixie chick.
Yeah, Dixie chick. Oh, that would be a Kevin kind of thing, wouldn't it? Dixie chick, but. Anyway, super nice April born bull. So that is lot number 2, LHR Hundo. Let's go on to this Plyler and Son pick, a pregnancy reset. So lot 3. And thank you, Caleb, for sending us so much information. So I had to go dig a little bit. But when I started digging, he just sent us numbers. But if you start digging and looking what you can, your choice of selection must be made by April 1st. So there's an outsider by WR Miss Princess. There's outsider by TR Miss Sally, who's a Diablo Sally daughter. There's an elevate by TR Miss Outsider. Another elevate by CNH Helen. Another elevate by CAG Firefly. There's a Mayfield by PS Patricia. A Mayfield by J&J Angelina. There's a rhinestone by the famous Mustang Sally. And then I think the choice of all choices is Carbon Vision by Miss K. And in case you guys are blind or don't know what Miss K is doing, she just sold for $30,000. And was she 14 years old or whatever she is at the Thomas Dispersal. Her heifers were grand champion Panda 3 last year in Denver. So there's a huge possibility. There's an outlier by TR Miss Turton, and then a relief by Keg Firefly. So, wow, what an opportunity! I mean, there's so many things you could choose from here. And our good buddy, our golfing buddy from Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, wherever he's from.
You used to be our golfing buddy.
Yeah, oh yeah, used to be. I guess he's not our golfing buddy anymore.
And you didn't even come close to where he's from. It's Arkansas.
Arkansas. I think I might have said Arkansas. But
you said Alabama.
Something. Certainly.
Oh my gosh. Well, when he hears this, he's gonna be so disappointed.
I know. I just like picking on it. But what a rare opportunity to tap into some phenomenal genetics. So from a good program.
Yeah, and we will get the terms updated on this. Obviously it's going to be confirmed pregnancy. I'm not sure what his steps are on that. I know they've been kind of out of pocket here a couple days and kind of got this in under the radar here towards the end and had to pry to get information. But anyways, nonetheless, we will by sale day have it updated on what their terms are as far as how far along, when they need to be picked up and that kind of thing. So, and who knows? I mean, he says selection must be made by April 1st. Maybe he'll calve them out. Maybe he'll rebreed them. I don't know.
There's all those possibilities. Give old Caleb a call. So that
I mean, right now he left the book open, so maybe we can make our own rules.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We'll surprise him.
Guaranteed to heifer here.
Well, there's quite a few sexed heifers.
There is
embryos. It looks like so. Pretty cool. I think that's a great opportunity. So,
yep, that is lot number 3. So let's go on to our buddy from Texas. Lot 4 is from the Doonan Cattle Company, and it's Sugar, probably one of the most sought after red factor cows in the breed. So you want to talk about that one?
Yeah. So this one, my cousin actually bought her from Kevin. I believe she originated from the Auden Charolais Ranch there in South Dakota. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what she did. I know she won the Charolais division in the open show in Nebraska and possibly got in on that top 3. I can't remember. But she's a big old gal. She would be the dam of Super Puncher. Super Puncher.
Big game hunter.
Big game hunter. Well, they're all punching or hunting or doing something else. We need to go back to car names or truck names or something.
Yeah.
So he is selling a right to flush. I do believe she is open and ready to flush. So, So if you got any more questions on that cow, I know he's, he sent me a bunch of pictures on some females. There's Game Hunter, another female, maybe a video on one. So I know my cousin sold some bulls, heifers.
Oh yeah. The front on the F.
Too noisy.
Yeah. But she raised it.
Okay, how do I shut that off now? Mayday, 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 mayday.
Yeah. Go back to lot 4. She raised a $30,000 outlier heifer in 2022. So there, if you go and leave all the, go read all the comments that Kevin has put on there on lot 4. But it's that's a special offering, and he doesn't do that every day for us. So how about we go on lot 5, and it ties right into lot 4. So guess what? You have that you can flush Miss Explorer, or you can go flush her mom from Generation 2 Charolais, Wild Indian Charolais, Mauser Charolais. So I guess this one of the most exciting red factors, obviously, because she's got the daughter, Miss Explorer, and I mean, look at she just pumped him out also.
Yeah, they sent me a picture of a red heifer out of her that was absolutely beautiful, and I should have picked up a little bit more on what her stats were, but I do believe she sold somewhere. We'll have that in the upcoming week here, but we'll probably post this lot with a picture of the her heifer that she produced. But sounds like this one is just kind of on the up and up on the red side. When I was talking with the consigners, they're like, well, maybe talk a little more about the red side of the Charolais deal. And I was like, well, I don't really know, and I guess when I say red side, I think of the dark reds like in Canada, but this is a Q registration number cow. That is our red registry, I guess, here in the United States. So she's really not red. She will produce red. She will probably produce white. I think you can do whatever you want with her. So
and they're guaranteeing, was it 6 embryos on the flush, IVF flush? So
which is I think above average. So she must still flush very well. So
that is lot number 5. Let's go on to lot number 5.5. There's a reason for that. So
there is a reason for that.
another flush from our good friend, golf buddy, Shane Williams.
Yeah. In R&R. So this heifer, I guess, has multiple champions in her career. I think when I was talking with Shane, he didn't know specifically or exactly, kind of like what I like to do, just kind of like, hey, this is what I think I heard. But because I do believe the Ron Springer family may have showed her. But it sounded like Shane thought she was back-to-back Louisiana State Fair Supreme Champion. Maybe it wasn't the State Fair. I should have wrote it down, but he didn't put it in the footnotes. But anyways, she was a big winner in Louisiana. The last time that he said the Charolais got in there would have been with this cow. So
she's beautiful.
Made a big footprint there in Louisiana, and I mean, absolutely. I don't think I could draw a cow any better looking than that.
Look at the front end, the hip, and the rib on her, and she's an outsider. Her mom's a Diablo daughter. So got a good cross of outsider on some Canadian blood. So she goes back to Firewater back in there too. So that is lot 5.5. So why is she 5.5?
Well, I mean, believe it or not, putting this together is pretty stressful. It's all right. Like, you have nobody to blame if you're doing your own sale and you don't have the stuff in, or not even just getting it in, just getting it on different formats. I had one consignor from Texas, not going to name his name, Kevin. No, just kidding. But so, and you know how stuff is. You go to use a program, it needs to be updated, and then all of a sudden it's changed in the file. So there's all that. I get a video, I have to put it on YouTube. I get pictures. I had to name all. Anyways, in the meantime, I'm using my old computer that I'm using now, since my new computer won't let me do a podcast on it, evidently. And it's got some sort of a glitch, and it doubles a couple of the couple of the lots.
Oh,
And I'm going on my list, and I flew past Kevin Doonan's because it doubled it made the next lot number, lower than what his was going to be. And he texts me, he's like, hey, if you didn't want the embryos, you could just say, and I'm like, no, we didn't. We do want the embryos. What the frick? And so that's how I figured out what happened. But Shane had contacted me and wanted to get this on here kind of towards the end to get stuff together. And I said, we'll see what I can do. And then when I had to add the half lot in there for Kevin's, I was like, yes, let's put her on. She's a beautiful cow. So that's why we got the half lots. No, we are not professionals, and we will never claim to be so.
Yep. And beside the fact, let's look at all the sales in the U.S. There's very many times you see this type of offering from this in this depth and unique lots. I mean, this is just something else. And we're going to dive right into these embryo lots. So that was the live lots and the flushes that we just covered. But let's go on to the great set of Linkscoff LT Ranch offerings. And we're starting with lot 6, LT Sheila. So she's a Blue Value daughter herself, going back to Wyoming Wind. And these embryos, you can either do 3 or 5, your choice, by the famous SVY Historic, who's really making a name for himself. And in case you guys don't know who LT Sheila is, she is the dam of the $300,000 LT Global. And also, and I mentioned it last time, but this last year we went to their sale, and there wasn't a bull out of her that I didn't like. And it didn't matter what she was mated to. There was a bull called Trimmer that was just phenomenal. That was out of her also. And so this is just a monumental that we have the opportunity to offer LT Sheila by Historic embryos. So that's the start of it. On to lot 7 of LTs is a very unique offering again. The beautiful SVY Miss Germain cow. And she's a LT countdown by M6 Miss Germain, and she's got some numbers to back the awesome phenotype of a -4.2 birth weight, 76 on the weaning weight, 139 on a yearling, and 288 TSI. So if you guys need to increase your numbers and not lose the look, check out these 3 or 5 embryos, and they're by the popular LT Global $300,000 bull. And so then they said, oh, let's go ahead and give us another lot. Lot 8 of LT Airy, who by LT Governor, the sire of the embryos, again 3 or 5 times the money. And we bought a son of this cow. We narrowed it down to 3 bulls that we liked, that were complete packages, a good moderate birth weight type scenario. And every bull that we saw out of LT Airy at the Linkscoff sale last year was phenomenal. So extremely impressed on the offering from the Linkscoff LT Ranch of South Dakota. So those are lots 6, 7, and 8 from South Dakota. So how about you go on and talk about the lot 9, WC Brenda 4035, who's produced $500,000 already in progeny.
Yeah, that's crazy. They paired her up with the Megatron bull. He's the picture of that bull. I haven't seen him in person, but he just looks like one of them bulls that could kind of run through a brick wall type of scenario. But yeah, they typically are going to give us something interesting that looks like maybe it's going to throw some people for a loop. But then when you dig into it, you're like, oh yeah, that works too. Another beautiful uddered cow that's got the body, the front end. I kind of feel like these last 4 embryo lots are the combo, their production. But it would not surprise me if you cranked a heifer out of these things if you weren't showing it,
Oh yeah.
And so, and then, maybe you get 3 out of the 3. These guys, both of these firms, is what people call them nowadays. They like to breed cows.
Operations.
That too. They like fertile cows. They like fertile bulls. They like fertile embryos. So I would not be surprised if you don't get your money's worth on these embryos. And actually going down the line, I mean, this just is an incredible sale. Like you said before, I mean, we got so much diversity and I mean, it's from one side to the other, and just a crazy good offering. As we're looking at them, Devin and I, me and you are talking about it. It's like, man, I think I want to bid on everything.
Oh, I know, me too.
I mean, it's very rare I look at a sale, especially one with multi-consigners, that I'm like, oh, sometimes you're like, yeah, well, I like that. But this is a ringer.
This one's a proven cow, because I went back and looked through the AICA. She has 80 calves registered under her name. So
that's incredible.
Do you think they flush her, if they're not getting some good results? So they're taking the guesswork out of it for you. So look at lot number 9. When you got that many progeny, and she is the mother, oh man, what is it? Mother of Camelot and Loaded Up. I'm just to name a few. There's a phenomenal set of calves out of there. So
yeah, go on the AICA website, do animal search, type in her number, or actually, I believe I attached a link. Some I had numbers on, some I attached a link, but get on there and look and see.
Dig into it. Yep.
Do it on all of them. I mean, it's impressive all the way to the bottom.
So let's go on to lot number 10, embryo offering. Is actually, these are being offered by my daughter Cora, because she had a little stash of embryos and she didn't have any recips to put them in. So she said, okay, I'm gonna offer these. But they're out of the famous Berkeley Marie cow that again, we talked about her earlier on our lot 1 bull, but she was in the 2022 Grand Champion Pen of 3 in Denver, went on to win a whole bunch of shows, won Billings, and then the mother of our 2024 Champion Pen of 3. So 2 of those in that Champion Pen of 3 would be full sibs to these embryos. So, and another full sib was a reserve grand bull at the Nile this year. That is a member of our Pen of 3 bulls this year at Denver. So come take a look at him. His name is Tahanta, but you can kind of see from the bull side what they do, and the females, obviously they're in our Grand Pen of 3. So had a really good luck. Again, this Berkeley Marie cow sired by Deliverance and out of the infamous Berkeley, and sire the embryos are carbon copy. So that is lot number 10.
So Tahanta, is that a reservation name?
Yes, it is actually. but in this case, I was needing names, so I went on.
You looked at your cousins or what?
Yeah, one of my cousins. I went on Chad Berger's little list of bucking bulls. Yeah, so Tahanta was one of his bucking bulls. I'm like, oh, that's a good name, and it fits for me. So
heck yeah.
How about you covered this set lot 11, 12, and 13 out of the famous M6 New Germain cow.
Yeah, absolutely. Another great set of embryos coming from Ross Embry. Last year he had a couple sets on here and they did well. He's got some interesting matings, I believe, different from last year. Same cow, but lot 11, Jamar Jefferson. I mean, big number bull. Tons of potential there. We go down to lot 12, LT Citation, throwing another little twist there. I kind of get the sense that this cow could maybe be mated to just about anything, because I believe, like I said, last year they were different sired embryos. and then we go down to the Tank Bowl. So I was looking on something on the web, AICA's Facebook page, and I believe 2024 Tank had the most registered cattle in the United States
There's a lot
for that year. So it was like 500, and then the next closest was 200 and some. Don't quote me on that. I like to stay kind of in the gray area, so no guarantee on the numbers, but it was impressive. So just another great offering. The embryos last year were sought after by several different people on different sides of the United States. So pretty interesting. So
this offering proves the point that this whole sale isn't just show cattle. I mean, these cattle are, production type cattle, big bodied, a lot of mass to them. And if, looking at an EPD profile is what, this is huge. I mean, there's huge numbers, and obviously Tank, and then this Germain cow. So these cattle could go just about anywhere. And I think you could, make some big old burly boys or girls out of this group.
Oh, God, yeah.
Just set of numbers. So.
Yeah, and it also proves that all you got to have is good stuff to get in the sale. I mean, we don't really screen much, but we're going to tell you you're going to waste, your time. And we haven't really said that to anybody, so that's not even. But that's what we would if it came down to it. But you or I have no idea who Ross Embry is. Out of Kentucky, just got referred to us from Clifford Mitchell. So
yeah. Great job, Ross. Thank you for entering with us.
Yeah, and I think he listens. I mean, along with several people. So I got a little list of people here that comment all the time about listening to the podcast. Brush Mitchell, excuse me. He put some lots together for us this year. He said he loves the podcast and is a loyal listener. So
thank you, Brush.
Yeah, hopefully we don't bore you guys. It's, we're just common people. We're just common people. We don't, Carrie might have the face for radio, but I don't.
Well, you don't have the face for TV, but apparently I have the face for dancing in public.
You definitely got the moves. You know how wild that's going to get in the next day when people actually sit down and do their once a day look at social media.
Yeah.
All right. We better stay on track.
Yeah, we're staying on track. Lot. 13.
Here's the half lot.
Okay. You go right ahead and from our little buddy Doonan. So
yeah. So I apologize, Kevin. I did not mean to leave your cow off, but this Aphrodite donor comes from his Smart Chick cow, which kind of started things off for him. So, and then the flush is actually out of his new bull. I've seen several Snapchats on him, the Swept Sid bull. It sounds like a weird, like it just, it's going to be one of those names on a bull that's going to catch your attention because it just sounds weird, but I believe Swept is the prefix of the breeder, and then they call the bull Sid. So, but yeah, I mean, this could be a home run type of deal. I know this cow has kind of taken over, I would say, for the Smart Chick cow for Kevin. If I'm going to speak out loud, I don't really know, but just from what I see on all his stuff that he posts, tons of heifers sold out of this cow. So pretty interesting mating here. Kind of off the wall, I guess, is what you would say. So,
yeah. Well, she's PA free, homozygous polled, and I think Kevin's kind of funny. We have to have an Indian name for him just because of where I came from, and he did mention that he can be long-winded, so his Indian name is Longwind. So any of you folks run across him in Denver, just say, "Hey, Longwind, how you doing?" So
not north wind, not east.
Yeah, just Longwind.
Yeah.
But
the Swept Sid bull will be in Denver.
Yeah, he's a redemption son too. He's a tank. I saw some pictures of him.
So. Yeah, very interesting. A little different style than the redemptions. Looks like a little more hip maybe than I mean, there's quite a few that's got some hip, but as what we've seen when the Redemptions first came out. So
I think we got it from what Mary Sweppy, if that's correct, came from her. So
yeah, so interesting. I'm excited to see the bowl. Shout out to the Cattlemen's Congress. They had a great lineup of Charolais bulls there. I was watching that online. And heifers as well. But great lineup of cattle. But I'm excited to see what's coming to Denver because I know there's some bulls that did not make it to Cattlemen's Congress and are going to be in Denver. So
yep, here we go. All righty, let's go on to the next lot, which is a extremely exciting lot. 14 from Kim Kudrin Schwecke, and it's Miss Cardi B by the popular up and coming bull White Snake, who's a WR Relief son out of Montella line on the bottom side there. But gotta look at Cardi B is out of Charolais, so in full sibs to call me maybe, and that whole genetic line's won Denver, Kansas City, Louisville, all the majors. So absolutely stunning, beautiful cow. This cow has show cow written all over, and you match this up with this new mating of White Snake when you got that look of the extended front end and a big old hip on him. So this is gonna be a fun offering from Kim. Thank you, Kim, for bringing the best for us. Lot number 14. And what other info on her? There's just a whole bunch of stuff. There are 6 IVF heifer meetings. Right?
Oh yeah, boy, you got to put your glasses on. Yes,
yeah,
heifer mating. So those people that I don't know what her sale average this year, but if you want to help yourself on the average end of getting a Kudrin Charolais Kim Schwecke heifer, maybe buy these because you're guaranteed to get one.
This one's the dinger. Lot 14. The first, it could be some of the first White Snakes. I mean, they're just starting to come out. So
yeah.
How about we go into your lot number 15?
Yeah. So this out of the old 910. We can call her a donor now. I kind of makes me upset when people call cows donors before they actually eggs or even put in. But no, this is a redemption daughter out of a cow that we bought from the Linsko LT Ranch after my brother Martin had interned for him. We got some cows snuck out of there, or actually they were open heifers. Her mom is a LT long neck, which you don't hear much of. But this 910 cow was actually we kept her in our stock pasture right by our place that runs right up to our house for the fact that the 90 other cows that are at my uncle's place, their last couple of years, there tends to be one disappear. One got stuck in a creek, one no grade on corn. So she got pulled in after preg check when we preg checked down there for the winter or spring bred cows. We brought her back and put her with the fall cows here at the home place so we could keep an eye on her. But her first year, that 910, she raised our highest selling bull the first year. The second year, she raised BCR Prestige.
Prestige
probably
worldwide.
Prestige worldwide.
Didn't we have a lot of fun with that, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun though.
Prestige worldwide.
Sorry, I still had it on here.
And the deal with that bull was his numbers, everything was great, and then we 100K DNA'd him, and he just exploded. I think still in the top 3% for TSI. Just crazy, but the cow's a producer, so she produces this heifer off of the flush. I think we put in 3 last year. We got this heifer that sold to these guys and ends up winning the division, the open show division, because we did not know that you could still enter. It's a weird entry system there in Kansas City, but anyway, she wins the wins her division down there for the Chandlers. Actually, they took her to Cattlemen's Congress and did really well. Stood third in a really deep class. But then we actually have a heifer in our pen that is going to be a full sib to these embryos. So if you want to see in person what they look like, stop by our pen in Denver. The heifer that we have in our pen, I would say, is more the maternal broodier version of this one. A little more birth weight on her at birth, and weaning time she's had her by a lot. That's why she never made it to the show pen until the Denver stock. So pretty excited about this mating. I mean, we put a few more in, or I say a bunch more, but that's not really, because we don't put in a bunch of embryos every year. But we did put a good number of these embryos in this next year, so pretty excited. So we're gonna flush the mother again as soon as she calves, because I mean, right now she's our best cow. So.
And I don't know if you just saw it, but a group of super puncher heifers just won the Cattlemen's Congress in the pen of 3.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. And this the heifer that's pictured here in the photo, she was in the champion Get-A-Sire. So I didn't know how that worked down there, but a breeder or a bull owner, I guess, can recruit other heifers from other people that are sired by their bull and then show in the Get-A-Sire. I think there's 4, I believe. I think is what Devin said.
Perfect.
So there was 2 breds and 2 little babies, and I mean this heifer for JC Chandler is going to be doing big things all year long. I mean, she's got tons of extra pieces, and I would like to give a lot of credit to Super Puncher because he did fix some things on that cow, but that cow brings the power.
Yeah.
Devin showed her. I mean, we had huge success with that cow, but he had a little more bone to it, just a little more hip, just the things that cow needed. And I mean, right now I can't think any better mating. So
yep, that was lot 15. Stop by and talk to Mitch on that day
and see a full sib.
See a full sib. Yes, in 527, right? Yeah.
Popcorn. So, follow the popcorn.
And a popcorn and a roller dog. Let's talk about what Doug Thurno brought to us. Awesome meeting on lot number 16, if you want to cover that one.
Yeah, you bet. I've known Doug for quite some time. We purchased a heifer, I think, when Devin was maybe 8 from their family at a sale down in Missouri. Kind of followed his stuff. But 2 big donors for him. The Bullard Ice Queen, quite a few calves running around this area. I know there's a lady that was buying some embryos from one of the owners, or maybe the guy bought a flush from him. So we got Bullard Ice Queen, Jack Daniels. Not familiar with this Payton's girl, but RF Elevate. I mean, I seen him when he sold. I'm guessing Doug's got quite a bit of information on the Payton's girl, and assumedly she's done some things. Doug kind of seems like the cautious type, where he's going to flush what he knows is going to work, or cows that are proven, and so pretty exciting. I mean, it's and you get the choice, so you pick one or the other.
That Jack Daniels, I think, is upcoming backwater Jack's son that goes the Angleson cow. So I think that's could be a fun set there. So give old Doug a call if you got any questions. That's lot number 16. And how about we move on to pumpkin spice, lot number 17. Brought to you by our good golfing buddy, Ethan Prop. Well, he might not want to golf with us either. Probably.
So I know a little bit about this one. I believe they purchased her down at here's where I draw a blank. They purchased her down at Griswold's, excuse me.
Dottie, correct? I believe.
Yeah. I don't know the breeding on this one, but I know the Birchie showed her, did tremendous. Ethan, Brandon Birchie, Danny Fawcett looks like the owners of these embryos. I mean, that heifer was kind of the heifer to beat. Like, if you're heading to junior nationals, you're like, okay, this is one we got to beat. Just been crazy as far as the success that she had. I think she jackpotted. You know, they're not that far away from me. So some of our jackpot shows kind of overlap, and I know she definitely made a difference there. And so they're actually offering 4 of these embryos and guaranteeing 2 pregnancies. So, and that's out of the Crushing Hearts Bowl. Crushing Hearts Bull is big old muscular bull. I can remember that bull. I mean, I seen him 2 or 3 times, and absolutely kind of a stunner. Beef bull, again, probably one of those that, yeah, if you bought the flush or the embryos and accidentally had some bulls, you're going to sell them. You got the heifers, you're going to show them. You know.
Yep. Yep. So the Pumpkin Spice, she's a redemption daughter. And on the dam side, she's out of Kiss This. There's a good name. That goes back to the Cooley Bull, Charlie. So great WZ Northern Wind on the top side of that. So there's a great pedigree, and another high producing redemption daughter, and has a good complete EPD profile. Absolutely beautiful female. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Ethan, for bringing an awesome set. And let's go on to another one from our buddy Ethan, lot number 18. Trace embryo packages by the famous J&J Angelina, 225.
Yeah, and this one's getting some steam. Yeah, she this cow had major success. You've got, I mean, about any direction you want to go as far as sires. And I mean, it's kind of, this is the deal. These are the deals we love to put out there because it's proven, the work's done. You buy these embryos, put them in, you're guaranteed 1. You're going to maybe get 2, could get 3. And I mean, just a huge, I call these life-changing moments. You know, I've had some life-changing moments in buying bred heifers or bulls or donor cows, you know, or whatever. And yeah, I mean, all these embryos actually on the sale. I mean, they're life-changing moments that you just, they're not offered all the time. So
yeah, well, this Angelina 225, the direct daughter of the JoJo cow. So I mean, how many champs does she produce? I mean, that's just. Then you got the Copy White Bull that Ethan's had really good luck with. Obviously, there's a package C of outsiders. So outsider on this, I think would work awesome. And then Gateway Big Game Hunter. So you have a lot of different options there that of really superb matings. So. Thank you, Ethan, for that lot. Let's go on to, the next one, which is, I forget what lot we're on. Lot 19. You're all over this one. Thank you, Casey Taylor.
Yeah, another corn husker, Casey Taylor, out there in western Nebraska, brings us a Ren Quinn and SVY Historic. Big old body cow. I believe last year he sold some embryos out of her that did pretty good on the sale. So there must be some clout behind the cow. I believe, if without looking and probably not checking into it that well, but I think he sells some bulls out of this cow every year on Christian Rennert's bull sale that does well. SVY Historic embryos, probably going to be not as easy to find as maybe outsider embryos, you know, just because of the new to the United States sire. The fact that Devin and I were talking today, we're like, well, those embryos, that guy, you know, maybe that sounds early for when he bought the cow. And then we're like, well, maybe he bought a flush. So this would be the same type of thing. You know, these SVY Historic embryos are going to be a little bit tighter. till everybody starts using them. So right here,
Oh.
they're done. Another guaranteed pregnancy, big bodied cow, looks like some performance, and I don't see how you could go wrong.
Well, historic's out of LT Countdown and goes back to M6 bells and whistles. So, a lot of years of the M6 program was success by mixing up some LT blood in there. So kind of you got it, historic is, and then you got Starstruck in there too. So you got some Canadian blood with LT Countdown and then M6 bells and whistles on this great resource daughter. So good combination there for lot number 19 from Casey Ranch, Casey Taylor. Go on to lot number 20. So another great mating from WC Uno Mas set of embryos by Miss Madeline from the Skeens family, David Skeens.
I take it that's my cue.
Yep.
Yeah, so this would be the mother of Super Puncher. Yeah, I think they had pretty good success with this cow. Don't know the full story on her. He didn't give me any footnotes. But, I mean, right now, the Super Puncher Bowl, the last 3 or 4 major shows we've been to, those heifers are kind of on the rise. And, yeah, so, I mean, this is kind of crazy to get an offering on a dam of a national champion. So,
well, the Uno Boss Bowl was a backwater jack from the right Charolais. Is one of the high sellers there a couple of years back, I believe. So,
yeah,
that's a good combo. Obviously, it's working in our program, and the mother of Super Puncher. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, that's the game changer right there.
the work is done. Life changing.
It is. So let's go on to lot 21. This will be our last set of embryos that are offered. Is OCR Miss Magnum coming from the Wild Indian Acres by Brightside. And well, I've been seeing a lot of Brightside calves pumping out recently that looking really, really good.
Yeah, I think initially he was kind of used as a show bull. Then they figured out that his numbers trended in his actual numbers trended towards maybe calving east. So everybody's like, oh, geez, I got a show heifer now. I can breed to a show bull with calving east bull. And then he throws some shape to him. So we've had Braden House on here talk about the Brightside bull and what, he's done for his program. And Brightside would be the sire of Super Puncher. So,
Brightside was his second or his first bromance, I guess, right? So
yeah, I think that was his first bromance. Yeah, Bullmance.
Shout out
we'll rename it.
Braden recognizing he has a bromance. So
yeah,
and so what we're gonna do here, because we just covered live lots, flushes. Our chance to flush and embryos. So just with time, because we were taking our time, we're going to split this into 2 episodes. So this is episode 1 of 2, the beginning of the year, because, I guess we pulled a little book out of the book of Doonan, and we are long winds. But we wanted to take some time. Long winds. And so this is the end. Stick with us because we got a whole bunch more to go, and our surprise lot 50. Stay tuned because we're having a hint, and listen to, was it episode 2 of 2 or 1 of 2? This was
or 8 or half. And we're good at halves too. I mean,
half. So,
hey, we can call whatever we want. I mean,
we can do.
Listen to the next one.
Yeah, listen to the next one. Have a good one.
Some raise them up, and some raise the roof, and some give their lives protecting me and you. And all legends never